Love, like, and leave us a comment. Holla.
Let's talk about it.
A lot of men out there really don't have a clue about all of what we go through.
I seen some men, crying and hurting over side chicks. And it's like, that's not even your woman. Let's talk about it. Hey y'all, welcome back. It's your girl Tammy K with Girlfriend Talk Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us for another show. I got my lovely ladies with me, so I'm gonna let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Juju.
Hey girl.
Yes.
Tay Boo.
Hey ladies, how y'all doing?
Good, good.
Good, good. Happy Tuesday. Look, I'm getting my days mixed up because I worked so long. And I want to give a quick shout out. I don't think we did that. Celebrating Table's birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Hey, thank you.
I know you went to the Cowboys game. I hope you enjoyed yourself for that as well too. So sorry about that. We forgot.
That's okay. That's okay. It's all good.
So I think we're gonna go right into a trending topic. We're going to go ahead and cue the video and let's see what's going on.
It's J Money. Y'all remember me? I had to bring it back. I had to double it.
I had to double it.
Today, we're going to be talking about Balenciaga. They done some stuff. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but let's just get into it. 6 days ago, Balenciaga posted their campaign for some more clothes, of course, right? It's a clothing brand. That's what they do. So what could possibly go wrong with posting some clothes? Maybe it's them giving little kids the clothes and then having them hold teddy bears that are dressed like dominatrix people. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of gross.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
This happened almost basically a week ago. And everybody's talking about it. Everybody's upset about it. Why are they upset? Because kids shouldn't be around stuff like that. Why are we putting kids around sexual objects and toys? You see on the picture, on the bed, it's like chains and stuff. That's disgusting. No, that's not okay. Whoever did that has a special place in hell. Kim Kardashian decided that she wanted to speak to Balenciaga because apparently she's just that smart. Kim Kardashian is also staying with Balenci. Even though they just did what they did, she's still staying with them. What do y'all think about that? That's not her primary source of income, so she doesn't need them, which also makes me think all of this was planned. She can't trick me. Look at her. How are people trying to forgive them? Like Kim Kardashian said that they now understand what they did was wrong. But I'm saying as a group of people collectively, I feel like it was planned. I feel like they're not going to get canceled because if the celebrities are sitting there praising them and they're giving them the money, they're going to keep giving the celebrities the money. Eventually it's going to blow down. Everybody's going to see their celebrities wearing Balenciaga and they're going to still be good. I don't think they deserve a platform. I don't think they deserve a brand. The fact that nobody in that business cared, the fact that it had to go through somebody's head, it had to get written out, they had to get some clothes, they had to get a cameraman, they had to get some kids. It was too much planned for somebody to not be like, oh, wait, this is not right. So, ladies, like y'all say, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. He did that. Okay.
Yeah, I like the way he did that. I didn't see too much about it until I saw Kim Kardashian. Well, I heard Kanye talking about it, watching the Shade Room and stuff like that. And then when Kim K came on there, because I hadn't seen any of the pictures, I didn't know what was going on. The picture that I saw, I think it was a little girl holding a purple teddy bear with the dominatrix kind of thing going on. And I was immediately like, who thought that'd be okay? But I feel like these designers, they push it and see if there's going to be any pushback. They know exactly what they were doing. There's no way you can say, oh, I didn't know what was happening. Like he said, somebody took the picture, it has to go through different channels. And for Kim K to say they understand what they did wrong. Right when she said that, I'm like, oh, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna keep that check, and it's definitely like J Money said, it's gonna get swept under the rug. In about a week or two, we ain't even gonna be talking about it. And I think that's absolutely wrong, because it'll go back to me and to the Kyrie Irving thing, like all that stuff y'all put him through over a video that he shared, not even agreeing with the whole video, and then y'all got stuff close to child pornography type of deal going on that's going to get swept under the rug.
Right.
It doesn't sit right with me. What are y'all thoughts?
I feel that they knew exactly what they was doing because of the simple fact it was the fine prints that they put there, and they made sure the letter was found. And you know, a genius smart, this smart guy actually read the fine print. I don't know how he did it because I couldn't see it, but it was documented in there about the harness and, you know, child pornography and all of that. So when they got called out on it, I don't think they are sorry about it. I think they're sorry they got caught. That's when Kim Kardashian want to come in and say, so you have to view all those images and documents before you actually put it out there for people to see. But now that everyone is offended by it, now you want to sit there and do a public apology about it when the damage already done. I don't wear this shit no way, so they can have that, you know, the binoculars, whatever you want to call it.
Well, I feel like,
they won't get a dime out of me.
Should we cancel them too?
Yeah, I think they should be canceled, but you know it ain't gonna happen. It's not even gonna be talked about next week.
It's not. And I do think that it was like a publicity thing. I really do. I also think that, like, because there is a such thing as good and bad I can't even say it. Publicity. I think that is good and bad. And so even if they are not being shown in the greatest light right now, people are still hearing about them. Like, people are still hearing about the name. So it's still being promoted. And at the end of the day, I don't know if it was a mistake or not. I personally feel like it wasn't, because I think that you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I think that you knew that this would cause something. I don't know if you knew how far it would go, but I think that you knew that something would happen with them putting that out there. And like I said, I don't remember, like, I've heard about it and I don't remember really seeing the pictures, because by the time I tried to go back, I think they had already took it down. But I thought once something is on the internet, it's on there, because I can't seem to find the picture anymore. You know,
paid to take it down. Paid.
Right.
Anything informing the Kardashian, they pay for it to take. If you know, I don't know if they intentionally throw shades, especially to the culture, because if you remember a while back when Kim Kardashian posted up there, we the only 3Ks that let black men in.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, what's up with all of this accidentally saying racial slurs or doing racist shit? You know what I'm saying? So how many times we gonna forgive just because they have the money to ignore it for them to keep on doing this to the culture?
Right. And I feel like if they can be forgiven, so can Kyrie Irving, so can Kanye West, because child pornography, and even if that's not their intentions, but it still came out that way. If you ask me, that is like worse, because it's involving kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So are they going to get canceled? What are the repercussions for that?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely nothing.
It is a version of pornography, child pornography. You know, just because they had their clothes on does not mean anything, but it's still sexual, you know, intent. So, no, I don't agree with that at all. Yeah. And I do think that, you know, they should be canceled.
Yeah.
Yep. But
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, just ask.
I was going to say, you know, even with Kim Kardashian, like, you can sit up here and say, oh, you know, like, they admitted, they took accountability, I'm going to say with them. But, like, where was you at defending, like, your ex? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's apologized for some things. I don't know if he apologized for everything. I think he did. But, like, where were you when his apology came out? Was it like, and again, maybe she just feels like Kanye, like, he's not my responsibility no more. and the brand, she's a part of that brand, so maybe she feels like that is a part of her responsibility. I don't know, but I just think that society and just like what they think is right or wrong and how they do, I just think it's all screwed up, and it
Yep.
is. It really is.
Yep.
It's screwed up.
I agree. If now if a black person or whatever, that's just my opinion or whatever. If there's anything from a black person, we wrong no matter what. But they get all the sorries and apologies in the world and swept up under the rug, and it's just like as the years go by, you see it more and more and more, and it's just like nobody, nobody in their right mind should think that this is okay. They shouldn't be able to sell no product. They shouldn't be able to have no fashion show, nothing until y'all do an investigation and all that. But no, they can carry on like they've been carrying on with no. And then I think they suing somebody because they didn't know. I just need to know how you didn't know. We knew. How you ain't know? How you ain't know? Like it's just BS. But we'll see. Yeah, we know Kim K ain't going nowhere. She gonna keep that bag like you need the money. You don't need the money, but you gonna keep doing that. But well, we know how this world is, and we'll see. Hopefully, there could be some change from this. Somebody with some common sense somewhere out in the world will figure it out. But until then,
She
we'll
got
just
kids,
yeah.
you know,
You would think.
and she got nieces and everything, and it's sad. It's sad that you will put money, to promote anything like that, especially when you have children around that age. It's beyond me, but
And I would like to know, I really wish I could ask who everybody that was a part of this campaign. I would like to know, what was your intention? Like, what was like, where did this idea come from? And why did you think that that was okay? I really would like to know that.
Yeah, that's
Their
what I said.
ass just
People
got
don't.
paid to shoot.
promote
It
sex.
probably was one of their ideas. They got
paid.
paid to shoot and put what they wanted.
Yeah, and like I said, I feel like more and more they trying to push the limits. They pushing the boundaries. See how far we can go. See how far we can go until somebody is see if there's going to be any pushback. If there's a little bit of pushback, then it's I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna do a little something because ain't nothing happened the first time. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think is happening too. They trying to see how far that they can go with things. But okay, well. Thank you so much for y'all input on that. Thanks, Jay Money, for that. That was a great topic, so we definitely appreciate that. We're gonna go ahead over the table. When do you? What you got for us?
Oh, Lord. I'm in my Miska voice. Oh, shit, motherfucker, goddamn. But anyway. Okay, when do you tell someone that you're having a sexual relationship with that's as far as it get? That's all you want from them. You don't want to pursue it any further.
I say from the beginning. Like, I mean, right now, well, I guess my question is, are you asking like if you know that this is what you want from the beginning and you put that out there, or are you asking like once you kind of got everything going and you realize that, ooh, I just want this from that person?
Well, we got some grown folks doing grown folk shit. So therefore, we might be sitting there, have sexual relations, and maybe the other person might get in there feeling, and you be like, hold on, pump your brakes. This is as far as it's gonna go. I don't want to pursue anything but this sexual activities that we have at this moment. So some people feel that's all they want. They don't want to go further than that.
Right. Well, I think that probably should be clear at the beginning. Like, if you know that this is all you want from somebody, then I think that should probably be just put out there.
Yeah. I might say that, sometimes you don't know until you start, I might like you until you open your mouth.
Table, I would think the same thing, you may not know right away, once
right.
Happen, it's
like, hey, I enjoy the sex, but I just don't want to pursue anything further with you.
Yeah.
And that's why
sometimes you gotta have a lot of sex to realize that. And you gotta have it so much. And then be like, you know what? Don't even talk to me. let's not speak on it. So we're here now. But I think if you know that's what you want going in, say that from the beginning. But then sometimes you get with somebody and you like, okay, maybe this can go somewhere. You know, sex make you think stuff is better than what it is anyway. So I think it, you know, trial and error, you know, to
Right.
66, you know.
Let somebody know before you mislead them, right?
Right. Yeah.
And hey, I look at it like this: a nut feel better than a heartbreak.
I would say so.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good situationship. Like if you just, that's all you want from the person, just be upfront or whatever. But some people can't handle that. You can say it all you want to, but some people can't even handle that either. So.
Have y'all ever had to do that? Anybody?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, and I look at it because, like they say, the song says it's cool when we do it, it's bad when they do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's stereotype. When a woman said it's supposed to be acceptable, but when a man does it, oh, he a dog, you know. So I'm like, you know, when do a woman can feel the same way, but do that make us a dog too? I mean, if I'm just being honest, I might say, hey, I don't want to let that go. You know, I don't want to let that part go, but I just don't want to pursue nothing further than that. You know, so that's why I was just asking, because I know maybe some people might get in that situation or be in that situation and they in a relationship they don't want to be in because simple fact they don't want to look like the bad person if they say something. So it's for y'all out there feel that way, you know, feel like you can say something. Don't mislead nobody.
Well, I mean, I have been in a situation where like you know, I was intimate with someone and it was just that because they were younger than me, and plus I didn't want nothing else from them, and for some strange reason they said that they were on the same page, but then they would do pop-ups at my house, call me. I promise to God, I swear, I wish I still had that phone. That person called me over 40 times in one day because I wasn't answering the phone. I'm not even playing. And I wish I had that phone.
He was just trying to make sure that the stuff that he was giving him was safe. That's what he was trying to do.
I guess, but my thing is,
nah, she whoop him.
Yes, was, you know what I'm saying? And I do have that effect, you know, so I can see why, you know, but I just feel like if we both agreed that that's all it was, but then here you go. And then, I mean, that the list goes on and on with this person. Like, I honestly thought that I was going to have to like get a restraining order. I promise I really did, because even months had passed, and then he saw me at a grocery store. Do you know he blocked me in with his car? He blocked me in with his car. Yes.
How much younger was he?
Though he was real nice, huh?
I said, how much younger was he?
So when this happened, I was in my early 30s, or I would say maybe like 33, 34, and then I think
that was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yep. And then I think he was like 24, 25.
Like, put it on me, put it on me.
I guess so. Yeah, but it took a while for me to get rid of him, and it's so crazy when he did the pop up. I was like, what the, like that just really threw me off guard. And then you calling me like 40 times. I've never experienced that, so I did get a little spooked. But a part of me did feel like I wasn't like, I didn't think he would do anything to me, because he really did have a good heart. He was a sweet kid. But yeah, that was something.
You said a kid? Stop it.
She said a sweet kid. Not a sweet kid to that name you
little boy.
Lord, she gave the boy a meltdown. Okay.
Oh my.
That was cool. Okay.
Okay. Okay, well, we're gonna go on to the next topic, and it was a trifling Tuesday topic. So, Juju, you could take over with that.
So, I wanted to know, do you think you can be in love with two people at the same time? And in my opinion, no. What y'all think? I would love to know.
Well, I said no. Oh, go ahead, Tamika.
No, no, go ahead.
I was just saying, I said no. I think that, and I think I have posted that I feel like at some point you do have to make a choice, and I feel like when you do make that choice, then that's how you know that obviously you're not, because you do. I feel like love that person maybe more than that other person, and so, and I also think that people get confused with love and then being in love too, so I think that that also plays a part. But no, I don't think that you can love two people. Be in love, I think you can love, right? But be in love, no, I don't think you can. Like there are people, like even when I look back at my past relationships, whether it's people I just like dated or people I was exclusive with, I was focused more on the people I dated. If it if there was another guy that I found myself interested in, man, I mean, I'm gonna give that person my number. I mean, I ain't necessarily intimate with them, but I will feel like, oh, let me see what this person's talking about. And if it ain't that, I'll be like, oh, let me see what this person's talking about. So I do feel like at some point, you do know who you want.
I agree. I think it's fear, and I think it's more so a selfishness. Because I've heard people that say that they are in love with two people because one do one thing and the other do another, and they just need, a combination. So I don't agree with that. I just think it's part of them just being selfish, and I think for women, and let me not say women, just women, but I think for a lot of people, it have something to do with just it's fear. It's fear of choosing the wrong one.
I think so. So in my 20s, I was with two people, like legit was with two people. And so back in my 20s, I would have said, yes, you can be in love with both two people at the same time. But now I don't feel like that. I feel like one was for secure, like you just said, it was fear of picking the wrong one, so I just kept both. And I was selfish. I was very selfish, and so I was in love with one, and I loved the other one because we had history. So, but I legit, that was the only time in my life I was in like two whole relationships, and I had got forced to choose, and I don't know. I definitely would do it over again, but I thought I was in love, like with both of them. But I was young, so I'm like my early 20s. But now one is lust, one would be lust, one would be love. So you're getting things from one person and the other. And I can see how that's why, yeah, okay. Just love. That's it.
Well, I don't know. I really don't know. That was a mixed question for me because I never been in that situation. But hearing from some other people, they can be caught in that situation because when one you can't get out of one, they get out the other one, and they find themselves in mixed emotions and in love with two people because they actually thinking they got one deal, but it's in two individuals. You playing around because you're trying to find something in each individual because you can't get out the other one. So I'm thinking some people probably get mixed up like that. Some people probably can't choose. I have seen people that can't choose who they really want because they wanted both of them. And I ain't saying that it's right. I never been in that situation. Shit, I just want to be in just deeply in love, period. So I don't know nothing about the deeply falling in love situation or anything like that. The only thing I've been in love with is my damn kids and lust. Well, and I could say I was in love, but looking back on it, it wasn't. I was the only one in love, so I didn't have that feeling of somebody loving me as deeply as I love them. if that makes sense. So I won't say that you can't or it doesn't happen. I just say, you have to pull back before you catch yourself in that situation and you making you mess yourself up and making a hard decision, you losing the wrong one.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that sounds like a stressful and drama
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Right.
definitely was for me. Don't straight drama. Juju, don't start, okay? Straight drama.
I didn't say nothing. I plead the fifth.
Right.
I'm in the background letting y'all talk.
but look, but the hoe in me, I love both of them.
Baby. Baby. So with that
that I have been that, in a situation where I felt like one was financially, I for support, and then the other one I was really, really in love with, and I end up, trying to be with both one for the finance and one just because I was in love, and that didn't turn out right. That didn't turn out good at all. It was a horrible situation, and like Tammy K said, I'm not speaking no more.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, whoever you are.
thank you. Hey, hello there, beautiful queens. Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, thank you. With that being said, Juju, we're gonna go right into the topic. Is the
Right.
grass greener? Is the grass greener? Now, I can elaborate a little bit more on my situation. So, like, I was in my 20s, I'm
Because I sure was gonna ask some questions.
That's
Saved
what
by the
you
bell.
do.
we're gonna protect the names of all parties. And if they watching, my bad. I loved y'all both. I loved y'all. Okay. So whatever. I was with somebody for a long time. Then I got married. So this is perfect. Yeah. So I got married because I thought that was gonna stop me from cheating. That was dumb, right? Really dumb. But in my mind, it was a good plan. It was a good plan. Yeah, it was a good plan. Like, if I get married, I'm gonna stop cheating. I'm gonna be good. It did not work. It did not work. I continued on with the cheating because I thought I was in love with both of them. Because, like I said, one was the security. I know you're gonna come home every night. Finances. The other one, I was deeply, deeply, deeply in love with, but he was still a dog, though. So it was like I definitely was getting my cake and eating it too, for a long time. And then I made a choice. I left my spouse and went with the other person. Did it end well? No, because I'm single now. So I'm single now. But at the time, I'm just like, I had my blinders on. And I'm like, oh, it's just gonna be so much better when I, leave this situation, this person, because of course the side person treated me like a queen, like there was nothing I couldn't have or whatever. But it was still you still was in the streets, you still was like, you was still a cheater or whatever. So in my young silly mind, I'm like, okay, once I be his completely, he gonna stop doing all this and this, all that. And it was terrible. So on my end, the grass was not greener on the other side. I feel like every situation is different because people, I don't make excuses for cheating, and I feel like you only cheat when you married and you being disloyal or whatever. So people cheat for different reasons, and they want to leave for different reasons because they out there thinking what is out there is better, and it don't be better. They treating you better because they don't get you all of the time. They only get you part of the time, so they gonna treat you right part of the time. Then you get with them, they just gonna treat you how they treat everybody else. And that's the lesson that I had to learn in that situation. So it definitely was not greener on the other side. So I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to the other side either. I was cheating for a reason. So whatever, it is what it is. But I learned my lesson. Like I said, I was in my early 20s when that happened. Now, I wouldn't. If I was married, I wouldn't cheat. I would leave first.
Yeah.
or whatever. So
What happened to
So
the
let me ask you. Oh, I had a question for
Juju, be quiet.
Tammy. Juju, did you have a question? I had a
She
question.
got a question, but anybody trying to hear her question? No, you can't get your wedding gift back, friend. You cannot get your wedding gift back.
I asked you whatever happened to you.
I used it with the on the other side of the grass.
On the other side of the grass.
So I got a question, right? So tell me, Kate, like I understand your situation, right? You it sounds like you chose what's the word I'm looking for?
The dick. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, sure.
I was digmatized. I definitely was digmatized.
I know back then you were young, right? And so at that time, I'm hearing you say like I didn't really know no better, right? And so, you being your age now, and looking back, what do you think? Um, what do you think you see now that you didn't see then? And would you have made a different choice? Like, would you have chose neither? Would you have chose one over the other?
I wouldn't have gotten married, first of all. I got married because for show. I wasn't in love with that person. We had I wasn't in love with that person. And no shade to that person at all. I just wasn't. We met when I was young and we kind of grew up together a little bit. I didn't even know what being in love was. You know what I'm saying? It was just somebody to be with. And the other person, I was just hot. And when I seen him, I was like, I have to have him. I had to have him. And I was like 21, mind you, when I met that other person. So I was I was I was young. I was just getting to be outside and so I definitely would have did things differently. I would have left that situation first and maybe tried with that person to see if it worked out. But everybody was like, dang, you left the whole marriage and then look what you got. Like,
Hey.
it was very ghetto. That's my girl right there, T-Boo. Hey. T-Boo, they saying hi, girl. Who is that?
Hey.
She got a fan.
Already.
So I definitely would have made different choices. I wouldn't have dated. Well, since I was, like I said, I was messing with the person, and then I end up getting married. I wouldn't have did any of that. It was terrible. I feel like I did people very, very wrong, and that's why I'm like I'm not that type of person anymore. I have a heart. Before I didn't have a heart. I didn't care, and now it's like I would never do that to somebody. I'm open and honest with what I do, as far as what I need you to know. Because if we're not married, there ain't too much that you need to know. So
Yeah, when I was young, I think my grass was going to the whatever you talking about, however you want to say it, but the grass was greener on the other side, and I think that it was really a bad decision not to just let the other side go. So it's kind of like it's the opposite with you. I should have actually moved forward, but didn't. Like I was talking about, like only just because the finance of that person, kept me there. But going to the other side was actually what my heart was, and I basically blew it. So I really understand. It's just hard, letting things go, or two people go, even though you know that you're in love with one, but it's always what's good for you, and at that time the finance was good for me, but being older I would have left that other side alone, because it wasn't good for me.
Yeah. And I think that, when we talk about is the grass greener, I think it depends. I think it just all depends. I think it depends on what we're talking about. And I think it could be for some and maybe not for others. But I also think that it's about, well, like, are you only focusing on the negative, right? And like, are you not thinking about like everything that's in front of you? You know, because sometimes we don't look at the bigger picture. And I think that that's where that question of is the grass greener can come from. I think it come from many different directions, but I'm just giving you an example of one that it can come from. And then I also think that, you know, you have to ask yourself, like, what is enough for you? You know, because uh, what may be enough for you may not be enough for somebody else. And I think that you need to know what it is that you feel like you need and want. I mean, I personally think a need is more important than a want, but I think that, you know, you have to think about what it is that you need and you want to like help you with that decision. And it doesn't necessarily mean that if you choose something else because you may think that it is better, it could be better for that time, you know, it could be better for that moment, you know, but I think that it's just important for us to just take a step back and just
See, that
really
sound like the damn closing argument. You got to say that shit for the end. See, let me, I, I'm just saying. Wait a minute. My
Wait,
thing is, what it say?
Table, they're waiting to hear what you got to say about this
I'm gonna
topic.
let me
Ooh,
tell
okay.
y'all something, and I'm not just saying this because I mean y'all think it's I am being straight from the gut, my honest heart. I come from the fucking mud. I hadn't seen grass. And I don't know it's because I had bad decisions or I always carried my own weight. I've been working since I was 16 and I hadn't looked at nobody else's finances because I have always been independent because what I come from and the way I was brought up and I was the oldest. So I always carried that weight and now it's heavy. And I wish that I can go back and say, I wish I had let somebody else carry that torch and weight. And I've been misused because of the simple fact I was able to take care of motherfuckers. And I think they use me for that. And once I do that, I get left and dragged in the mud. I never had the opportunity to see if I could have chose differently or if I had been with someone. I can remember high school, college showing up, but hey, I was a party girl myself in college and high school. I was just trying to have a good time like everybody else. It was what it was. But when I did get married, I did do stuff that you wouldn't believe that I have done that my husband should have done. It's just like I had another kid. I mean, I financially took care of him. I financially supported my wedding. I paid for everything, including nickel tucks. I took care of all the bills in the home. I took care of my kids. And I never asked, and my thing was I never asked anyone for nothing. That's something I hated. That was my pride. So when they say is the grass green on the other side, shit, give me the fucking opportunity to see. Nigga, help me.
I know I hate to put that. I was raised, coochie is not free. It is not free. So if
It's
I'm
not
giving
what?
I need the finances.
Do you feel
Well,
like table when you was doing all of that or whatever? Because that me in my mindset, I was like, I have to cheat on you. I have to cheat on you immediately.
but you know
That
what?
would have
And
been my
that's
thought. Not you,
right.
but if I was doing what you
Yeah.
were doing, I have to cheat on you immediately.
I was
As soon as I
100%
would have bought something, I'm
right.
cheating immediate. I'm cheating with the person that bought you
But you know
something
what?
from.
I didn't. I didn't. I put my marriage on a pedestal. When he opened the door, the damn sunshine on him. I mean, I made the nigga look like the Lion King, the king off the Lion King. Everybody did not know. I didn't let everybody know the tears hurt, blood, sweat, and tears that was coming from me. I put them on a pedestal to make them look good because I wanted to look good. You know what I'm saying? Because I never wanted to hear why are you with them, blah, blah. But I had to have a wake-up call. I had to sit and I didn't start having a wake-up call until I started praying hard. And I'm like, it's got to be something that I'm doing. Why everybody's not struggling. And you know what? The outside looking in, I was struggling. But I was faithful, for real. No lie. I
So
stayed
what
faithful in
about
my
you know
marriage.
Say
Green.
somebody said they coming to get you and showing you the grass is greener. They coming to get
Come
you,
on,
boo.
boo. Come on. Long as you ain't married, you can have it. but you,
Mow that
but my
lawn
thing,
down so you can see it. Mow that lawn down, baby. Yes.
that's why I talk like this, because it's my time. My time. I'm gonna love me. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I want somebody to come in and love me. If I got you, and I'm not saying that I'm offering my stuff to you, but if you down, I mean, long as you showing me that, hey, you here for me, and I don't have to sit here and pick up all the way by myself. I would like to see that part of the grass. But like I say, I've been through the mud, y'all. I mean, and I'm at this point, like, and let me tell you something. I never want a woman. I ain't never want to do the patty cake or nothing like that. But I'm at the point like, fuck the niggas. I'm gonna use what I can because they didn't use me this point. So that's the mindset I be having, but I don't want to have that. But that's the mindset I have.
Yeah, I
No, I
think
get it.
you grow up and you start realizing your worth. You start choosing better.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, that was really when I was really young in the past before I was even married when I made decisions like that. But it all comes from just being able to see, what my mother, what my sisters, what
Right.
they had and how they got it. And it was hard to let that go. But like I said, I got my own now. It's just so much better for me.
Right.
And just knowing my worth, So when you know your worth, you choose better.
Right. Even my girls will come to me, Mama, we want you to have a man. We want you to be in love. I mean, if your kids sit here and pray that your mama find love, I'm like, damn, I never show my kids that I have actually been in love. So now they're grown. They're like, hey, you need you a man. You need you a good man. I'm like, yeah, I agree. But I'm not going to settle for any kind of man to say I have a man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My kids talking about they want me to be by myself, and Jordan, the little one talking about, oh well, the oldest can come back and move with you. I go, what? No, I need nasty time. I need nasty time. I need all of y'all to leave. And so, table,
Right.
I feel you. I definitely understand. I'm like, I'm open for a healthy date. Like you said, if you ain't, as long as you ain't married and you
Right.
upfront and honest and about what you want, then that's what I'm looking for now. And I think back sometimes, I'm like, dang, if I would have stayed married, if I would have, but I'm like, I wasn't happy that it was just for show. I just wanted to be married, had that ring on my finger. It's not something that I really wanted. Sorry to the bridesmaids and all that.
Right.
My dad that paid for it, that was my bad. I did tell him my bad.
Right.
Uh, for the people that bought gifts,
Okay, yeah.
I love y'all from the bottom of my
We love
heart.
you too.
They did get used though, so don't y'all worry.
Right. About
We
to make
use
me
y'all
start
gifts.
smoking my grass. Fuck that.
What a mess. I think that like I said earlier, I think that it can be greener for some people. It just all depends on what you're looking for, and if whatever it is that you're looking for, you get, then you won.
Yeah, because sometimes people marry wrong. They marry because of what somebody else say or what looks good on the outside when they're not happy. That's why people cheat, because they marry what's safe, and then they go mess with the people that they really want to be with. So sometimes you got to get free. And is that why people see? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they
Exactly.
cheat to see if the grass is green on the other side. And sometimes, like I said, you marry for the wrong reasons, and then you finally wake up like, you know what, I don't want to do this. So then, yeah, like just as say, you win because you left and you got what you really wanted.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think that when we say is the grass greener, I think that typically that statement has been made because it hasn't been for a lot of people, and I think that that's why that statement was invented, because a lot of times I don't want to say a lot, but there are probably many times where we may choose wrong, but I also think that if you do, it's okay. I think it's okay. I think that it's nothing. The only thing that you can get from that, out of everything else that may come from it, sure you may get hurt and all the other things that may come from there. But I also think that it can be a lesson learned.
And back to that question, I think people cheat because they want to cheat. I mean, I don't think it have anything to do with just wanting to see if the grass is green on the other side. It's just because that's what they want to do. I think, like you said, it's for the time being. A lot of us choose, from hurt for revenge, for just not to see if the grass is greener, because sometimes we don't even want to leave. We just want to just get back. So I think that's what, like, as far as cheating, that's very different than seeing if the grass is greener on the other side. I feel like once you try to feel like the grass is green on the other side, there's already been some type of um, communication, relationship, some type of relationship with that other person. And that you trying to see if you should leave your significant other for. So that's totally different. You cheat because you want to cheat, but you want to see if the grass is green on the other side because you know it's the relationship that you guys have.
So I just want to be clear. So are you saying that, like, okay, people do cheat because they want to cheat because it is their choice to do that,
Right.
but a part of that choice could be because they think it's something better out there?
I don't think it's because I don't think they cheat because they think it's something better out there. I think like I said, they cheat because they want to. I think that when someone is like, say, I'm gonna put it like this, like they say that most people that cheat with someone that they work with. So you already be having conversations with this person all the time, so it goes a little further than just cheating. It goes to another step, it goes another level. And then that's when you have to make a choice because you already got to know that person. I don't know if y'all following me,
And
but
then what to make it so bad, these motherfuckers go out and cheat with these female that don't mow their fucking lawn. The grass too goddamn bushy and
but
green.
they don't,
I'm
and they cheat, but they cheated. I think that's a totally different topic.
yeah,
Cheating,
that too.
the grass is green on the other side. Cheating is because you want to. That's
They be one of them
Well,
hood chicks.
I'm bringing my snowblower.
I think it's
I think
basically
it's deeper
like,
when you want to leave somebody, when you thinking about leaving somebody for that. Like, to me, Tammy K and my situation, it was that we knew the person, versus, okay, well, I just met this person, I just want to cheat. And I'm not trying to see if that grass is greener. I just want to just cheat.
but I do think that, I mean, I think people cheat for various reasons, and I do think sometimes that reason could be because they do feel like the grass is greener. I mean, and not to take away from why you think people cheat, but I think it's just various reasons why they
Right.
do. And I think that, like, let's say let's say if you have a husband at home, and you feel like he's maybe not making enough money, and you feel like, like he's just not giving you everything that you want, like you don't have a home yet, maybe the sex isn't good or whatever, but then you have this other person coming in who pretty much like selling you like this fantasy, and it could be real, but they're looking at, man, all of these things that he's telling me that he can provide for me that I'm not getting from at home, man, I'm gonna check that out. Even if, and this is not even just in a relationship, even when you're talking about like coming from a professional standpoint, because you have people who, like, I'll give an example. Like, I have a client who wants to leave his job, but he feels like, man, if I leave my job, then what if I go to another job and they worse? Or what if I do go to this other job and they are better? What if the grass is greener over here? And so I just think that it could just vary. But I
Yeah,
also
you're
think
right.
that when we're talking about like the grass is greener, I do think that when people think about that statement, a lot of it is more so about like, what if it is better over this way than that way?
Well, we for women's. Let me tell you something. We're talking on here, and to take accountability on our behalf. Sometimes we take the fun. We get what we want. We want the wedding. We want the kids. We want the husband. We get that. But then everything is so serious. Nothing can be fun. And then when they go out there and get it from someone else, they're thinking the grass is green. Well, this woman is fun. Then they want to leave their wife and kids because they're not so happy at home and don't know how to tell their wife or anything. They're not so happy. Instead of talking about it, they're going out there and find it. You know, that happens living a different life with another woman because he don't live that way at home. And that's the fact, because every time you get home, we got some women that nagging is always an issue. She seems so unhappy. I don't give a damn what I do. She's unhappy. And it just, since I gave her everything she wants, she's a nagger. So we got some women that we need to check ourselves on that too, because when we first met the man, we was happy, having fun. Now, all of that is gone and we mad because, we're unhappy. We take our anger out the wrong way. So we want to make the other person unhappy because we unhappy. Do you think that got a lot to do with it as well? Vice versa, even with the man. The woman get mad and tired because now she can't get her hair done the way she wanted, her nails done the way she wanted, because now they done got bigger finance because they got, nice stuff, kids, and the finances is going somewhere else instead of when they was first together, they can travel, about this expensive stuff, and now she can't get it anymore.
Or she just tired,
That too, or him too. It can be man too.
I think, and I think a lot of it has to do with just newness. It's new. Everybody
Right.
wants to feel like, y'all know that feeling when you get into a new relationship and it's just so fun. It's just, you can't wait to see the person, and then that
Right.
all gets old. It gets old. So
I was thinking about that earlier too. I don't know why I'm in this marriage club on Facebook. I don't know. One day I guess I'll
Me
get in there.
either. I've been
And
trying to get out that shit forever.
I be reading some of that stuff and I just be like, why do it stop being fun after you sign the papers? I don't
Right.
understand that. I don't like I said, I can't speak for myself because I really haven't really had a real marriage. So because I feel like I did it all for the wrong reasons. So but I'm like, I see like men on there not complaining about their women or vice versa. They'll both go, well, this person used to be fun. Or a lot of women say, I lost myself. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a this. I don't do all the stuff that I used to do before. Some man put, I I have a wife, but I miss my girlfriend. So I guess he was saying he missed the woman that he was dating before they got
Right.
married. And it's just like, why do so much change after that paper? I know you combining your finances. I know, but it's just like it's a two-way street. Why
Right.
why is it so hard to continue the things that you were doing before that? I don't, because I'm like, it's a choice. Like you wake up, you choose to go to work, you choose to this. So why can't you choose to make things work? I just don't get, I don't know, I just be reading those posts like I just don't understand people. I don't know.
I
Right.
It's
think,
weird.
and I've been married for a long time, and I can honestly say that differences, and it's a lot of differences. Like we grew together, we
Mhm.
continue to grow together, and the older that we get, we're gonna change. Somebody may stay on the same, but the other person may change, or it could be like you said, finances. That could be an issue. When you now it's two of us, so it's two cars, and then babies come about, and then you can't go get your hair done, you can't get your nails done. If you get your nails done, they ain't gonna last because you're sitting up there, you're giving the baby a bath, you're cleaning up, you're cooking, you're doing
But
all
this
this
is the stuff
chocolate
we
clear.
want.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot, and I think that
Right.
although he missed the one that you said that was deep, and although he missed his girlfriend, you got a wife, and you not even understanding, what she's going through, or what or even vice versa, what he's going through as a husband. You're changing. You both have to change, and I can honestly say too is that when I had my kids, I was tired. you know I will honestly say that I gave him a lot of room to just go out there and have a ball, because the only thing he had to do was come home, take a shower, sleep, eat, what I'm saying, go to the bathroom. And I didn't clean, you got a clean house, cooking, I'm still working. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. And it's a change. And I think that eventually you get that girlfriend back when that person learn how to balance it all, you know. So it's just it's deep. That's a great one that he said, I'll
Right.
love
But
my
He want his girlfriend back.
back, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was
I like what you said too, Juju, because like you said, you were young, so you growing together. No, when you meet people, you're a different person than you are now. So
Right.
I get that too. You growing with
now,
people that they don't even know themselves. You're
right.
learning yourself
Mhm.
every couple of years and stuff like that. So yeah, I get
And
that.
you set boundary. You're setting expectations. You are changing. You're not looking at yourself as being single anymore. I think we kind of got off that topic, but yeah, definitely the grass may be greener on the other side.
Somebody said you can't ever live your life thinking things will ever stay the same. You continually evolve every day until you die. The change is inevitable. I agree.
That's
And
true.
that's why you have to
Absolutely.
marry your person, because I feel like
Absolutely.
your person is gonna grow with you and understand you through those changes. That's why I think it's very important to be friends and to marry your person that's for you. That I definitely think
Right.
that's key.
Me too.
If anybody else had any last words on the topic, or y'all
No,
good?
I just feel
I
that
think this was good.
when everybody get what they want, just don't check out. I notice
Yeah.
a lot of people check out once they receive what they want,
Right.
and it's hard work to keep what you have.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you can make the grass green. You can mow your own lawn. You can grow
Mhm.
have the grass green as you want to. You just
Yeah.
can't check out and communicate that with each other.
I like what you said, people, that you can make your grass greener, but it do take two.
It
It
do.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, so the choice is yours. If that's the person that you want to be with, you make those changes. You're not saying change your complete being, but you meet in the middle. You compromise, so you don't have to worry about no other grass. Y'all gonna mow that grass
Right.
together. That's how I feel
Right.
like people. This is why people get married when you get married for the wrong reason, it's not gonna work no matter what you do. I think that's where the problems come in. But when you get mature people, that's the person I want to ride or die with for the rest of my life. I think it truly makes a difference. And I don't think everybody is a cheater. I don't think everybody you make mistakes and then you learn.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I feel. So I
Yeah.
think that was somebody miss you, table. I can't wait to see
All
who this
right,
person is.
don't
My
miss
Look,
God,
me. You ain't gotta
you
miss
you
me. I'm
you
here.
so now.
you finna be in the matching pajamas this Christmas. I see it right now. My God.
Speaking into
Yeah,
existence, boo.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and kick it over to Just Ask. Go ahead and take us on out.
Well, thank you, ladies, for another great conversation. Is the grass greener? I mean, I think it depends on who you are asking. Um, and I feel that way because one person may want or need something different than someone else. And it depends on, and I also think that it depends on the situation that they are coming from and the new situation that they are going into. That they may think that it is greener. Maybe the real question should be, what about like the whole foundation? And so sometimes we get caught up on what we don't have instead of what we do. Not saying that this is everyone, but a lot of us do, do that. I want to thank our supporters, those who have tuned in, follow us, or commented. You can always engage us on our Girlfriend Talk podcast Facebook page, as we love hearing from you all. So continue to post. And until next time, we'll
Peace.
chat again.
Check out my pic, I'm flying this bitch. Check out my whip, with stars and shit. Watch on my clips, you need to like, share, subscribe to this. Who is this chick? Damn, she thick. She rolling her hips, she playing this shit. Twerk it, watch it dip. You need to like, share, subscribe to this. Check out my pic.